Hello and welcome to the Daily Comic and Collectible, episode 217. Now today, the collectible of the day is the Jada Toys Metals Captain America Civil War oversized Iron Man statue figurine. Bring home one of the most recognizable Avengers, Iron Man. This metals die-cast statue stands an amazing 6 inches in height and is made of 100% pure metal. Featuring a light-up chest, this collectible die-cast figure weighs in at a full pound. This is model M55, and you can collect the complete Avengers team and break one of your own Detolf glass shelves. This figure was released in 2016 by Jada Toys Metals. Now, the comic of the day is Iron Man Annual Number 1, with a cover date of August 2021. This is the exclusive Walmart Blue title variant. This is also part of the Infinite Destinies event and the Infinite Fury arc. This is also Volume 3, with story by Jed MacKay, art by Ibram Robertson, and cover by Nick Bradshaw. In Brooklyn, Iron Man and Spider-Man, Miles Morales, face an invasion of Moloids. Well, at least they think it's an invasion, until they realize it's a generation of Moloids that have been disillusioned by the Mole Man and grew up being influenced by New York pop culture. So instead of an invasion, Tony arranges a city tour for the creatures. Miles tells Tony about the Assessor kidnapping him and experimenting on him. Tony decides to find the Assessor to get some revenge for Miles. Iron Man uses a destroyed drone belonging to the Assessor kept at the Exotic Materials compound and traces the signal back to its new base in Brooklyn. Iron Man attacks and easily beats the Assessor's soldiers until he is confronted by Quantum, the Assessor's teleporting operative. Quantum abducts Iron Man so the Assessor can run trials on him, just like he did Miles. Tony ends up in a doorless room, but uses missiles to make his own door. He then uses robotic spiders to infiltrate the building's systems. He then gets trapped in a wind tunnel, being shot at by lasers. He uses the current winds and releases micro-munitions that are carried to the other end, blowing an exit hole for him to escape. Tony is put through several trials to test his armor's resilience. He bides his time, waiting to get closer to the Assessor. He finally gets into the command center. Quantum, using his teleporting powers, messes with Tony, but he pairs his suit with Quantum's teleport signature, locking him out of using his powers. Tony then knocks him unconscious with a repulsor ray and confronts the Assessor. Realizing that it's an AI, Tony uses the robotic spiders to inject a virus into the system to prevent him from broadcasting a signal and being able to escape. After a good smackdown from Iron Man, the Assessor screams in terror as Tony forces its unconsciousness into his armor's system as a way to capture him. Later, Quantum teleports into another facility, and the Assessor reforms from a backup program. Quantum peels off a layer of material, revealing the Space Stone lodged in a hole in his chest. The Assessor promises to honor his agreement to remove the energy source, which he hasn't identified. But not yet. This story is continued in Captain America Annual, Volume 3, Number 1. Now, the Geek Fact. After the Infinity Stones were given souls by Adam Warlock, each gem sought out a host. The Space Stone chose a man who became known as Quantum. Bonus Geek Fact. Earlier, I mentioned the Moloids, also called the Mole Men. They are a subterranean species that were created by the Deviants. Another bonus geek fact. Ultimatum is who hired the Assessor to analyze Spider-Man Miles Morales. And final geek fact. The Assessor's first appearance was in Miles Morales number 8 from July 2019 and is head of supervillain research and development and refers to itself in plural as we instead of I. Well, I'd like to thank you for joining me for today's Daily Comic and Collectible, and I can't wait to see you again. This is CatFan ComicsMan, and I'll catch you on the flip. Over and out.